Yo, what's going on, guys? It's CoJoMo here, back with another video. Today I'm going to explain to you the importance of Team CS, both for your individual career but also for the community and the scene in general. Being on a team is going to be something that literally takes you from being a very bad player in this game and transforms you into absolute beast, an absolute insane player because of the tools and assets that you have along the way from being part of a team and the lessons that you'll learn along the way. Before we get into that, I do have to give you a message from the sponsor of today's video. Thank you to the sponsor of today's video, Skins Monkey. They are one of the greatest and easiest to use CS2 trading sites out there. You can swap out the skins you do not like for brand new ones that are so much more fresh. Even skins that are trade locked can be secured by adding them to your backpack. The greatest thing about the site is that you can buy skins for so much cheaper with a 35% deposit bonus when you use my code CoJo. Make sure to check out the freebie section where you can get a free skin just by completing tasks. On top of the bonuses, you also get a $5 bonus when clicking the link in the description. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and first talk about your individual career and how it will benefit so much from being on a team. Team Counter-Strike is beautiful because it allows you to have a bigger purpose. It allows you to be part of something that is bigger than yourself, right? Why is this so valuable? Because it doesn't really mean that much when you're winning matchmaking games or even faceit pugs, and at the end of the day you feel good, but you're not really working towards anything bigger other than that rank that is next to your individual name. And that is great, it's very fun, but at the end of the day that's not really going to get you too far. And what really helps develop you is that Team CS, because I played matchmaking for thousands of hours before I even knew what anything was for Team CS or anything like that, right? I know the grind, I know the struggle, I know how purposeless it can be at times to just play and play and play and play and not really have a reason, right? The second that I joined my first team, real team, right, where we played in leagues and competed, because I know a lot of you guys out there, you might tell your friends and family like, oh, I play on a Counter-Strike team, but you're really just playing with your friends and queuing matchmaking. That's not a team, guys. So what distinguishes playing with a group of friends and just gaming like that and being on a team is the fact that you are playing in an actual league or tournaments against other set teams. You can't say that you're on a Counter-Strike team if you're not putting yourself in these environments, and I want you to understand the difference of what a team is in this game, right? For many people that means playing an ESEA league. If you're in Europe, there's so many different tournaments you could compete in, open qualifiers, doing all these things. It's so valuable, but why? It's so good for you to be in this situation, this environment, because when you are working with 4 other people, players that are kind of sharing the same common goal, it allows you to grow and see the bigger picture of what Counter-Strike is. If you're playing individually by yourself and playing matchmaking, maybe you're playing with friends, but at the end of the day, you just care mostly about your rank, you're not really trying to improve, you're not getting that outside feedback from other people. It's so much easier to grow and to learn in this game when you've got 4 other players trying to grow with you and saying, hey CoJo, you should learn the smoke because the smoke is so much better than the one you're throwing right now. Or hey CoJo, I think that your positioning in this situation is very bad, right? They're scaling out on site here and you're playing very overcommitted. I think that you should really think about playing like this. You will learn and grow so much from that, and it's just so much easier to do that. Instead of observing other people, you're getting that live feedback, to that live action that really helps engage you and makes you a better player. It literally transforms you, right? If you look at like my tangible skills and how good I got as a player when I was playing matchmaking, ESEA pugs, faceit pugs at the beginning of my own individual playing career, I was not improving much. I really wasn't. But as soon as I got the chance to join a team and play with people that pushed me to my limits, I was the worst player on the team on the first team that I played on. I was by far the worst player. I learned so much though, and it made it so that, yeah, I was the worst player in the moment there, but I grew and grew and grew, and I went through struggles, I went through challenges, I went through these phases of success and failure. That's going to happen in your own career, but you've got to push past that. And if you watch my last video, we talked about the failure and how to push past failure and rise above everything. It doesn't matter what's thrown at your way. It's so important to rise past that failure if you want to consistently stay in this game and make a name for yourself, right? But guys, I'm telling you, Team CS, as far as your individual career, there's nothing better you can do for yourself. And also guys, when you're in a team environment, you're going to realize and understand finally like why when you're watching like some of these pro teams and these players, why the game looks so different and why it's actually like layers and layers and layers and layers, right? It can be so easy for any sport or esport to watch it and be like, dude, what are these guys doing, right? Like why are they playing so bad, or why are they playing like this? But at the end of the day, you got to realize that these people are playing a completely different game than you. And when you actually play Team CS, you have so much more respect for that, and you can learn so many more valuable lessons through what they are doing versus having that non-understanding because you're just an outside spectator. You don't play Team CS, you don't really understand these concepts, and they look like noobs, or you're just caring about what shots people are hitting. I have so much more respect when I see a crazy exec with flash timings, or a molly that pushes someone into this spot to molly them from that position and then throw a nade in the other position. Like when I see layers like that going on, I'm like, dude, that is Counter-Strike, right? That is absolutely incredible, and I have the utmost respect when I see stuff like that, no matter what level a team is at. You could be an open team, and I give my applause to you because it's just absolutely insane, right? Now, let's go ahead and transition and talk about why playing Team CS is so valuable for the community. Now, it's no surprise that Counter-Strike 2 had kind of a lackluster, launch, a lackluster beginning of its life. But here's the thing. The only way we get people to care about this game, and the only way that we get people to actually put resources and money and tournaments and all these different things into the game that we love so much, is if there is literally like tens of thousands of players, hundreds of thousands of players competing on teams, joining tournaments, filling up every single event that there is, right? The problem with Counter-Strike right now, at least in North America, I hope that in Europe it's not that big of an issue. And when I spent time in Romania competing for my team last year on Team USA, I was blown away by the hype and support for Counter-Strike. It was absolutely unbelievable. But at least here in NA and maybe some other regions, you've got to be able to fill up these tournaments. Right now, there's just not enough teams. There's not enough players that are trying to compete and play in these events because they're scared of getting beat. They don't know how to join. They don't know how to make a team. And it breaks my heart because, like, why would an organizer host events in this region or, across the world when we're not, filling up these slots? We're not putting in as many players as we possibly could. So it is so valuable that you participate on Team CS for the region in itself too, right? Let alone your individual development and growth, but also the region and the esport, right? The love of Counter-Strike, the growth of the game can only happen if you have more and more and more competitors, right? There's a reason sports like football, soccer, basketball are so beautiful because at a youth level, there's people playing. At a high school level, there's people playing. At a collegiate level, there's people playing. We need the same thing for esports, and I don't care what age people are. I want to see more leagues. I want to see more tournaments. And that only happens when we prove to these people that we have an ecosystem that can thrive, or else our game is just going to die like every other game out there, right? Look at, I'm sorry to throw games under the bus. Like, look at Overwatch, or look at some of these games that release, Splitgate, or these other like hyped games at the beginning. Nobody cares though because there's no reason to watch, right? It's fun to play, but there's no reason to watch. The reason we watch Counter-Strike is for these storylines, for these insane events, for these players that showcase their talent on a team level, right? Nobody's out there watching 1v1 events or, putting like hundreds and hundreds of thousands of viewers into specifically one person, right? We care about the bigger picture of things, the big events, the big names all coming together to be part of something bigger. So it's so valuable, guys. It's something that I learned along my way, and I hope that every single one of you can join a team. I've made a video in the past on how to join a team. We break down the different circuits, the way to go about it. If you guys need any of my help, I'm here to support you. I'm here to point you in the right direction. Because at the end of the day, that first step is so hard to do. It's so hard to find your first team, but once you do that, you're set for the rest of your career. As long as you want to play Counter-Strike, you will be 100% set, and it's so valuable. So I want to thank every single one of you guys for watching this video. Thank you so much for supporting me through every time, good times, bad times, no matter what it is. We're going to keep grinding. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep learning, and you guys are going to be here along the way. So go ahead and leave any feedback down in the comments. I look forward to it. Let me know what kind of videos you want to see on this channel. Hit that subscribe button, and thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.